Hi everyone, you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. I want to say thank you for joining me in today's tutorial, and to my returning subscribers, you are welcome, and if you are new here also, you are most welcome. I want to say thank you for your kindness, thank you for your support, and if you have not subscribed, kindly press the red subscribe button to subscribe. It is free of charge. And without wasting much of our time, today I shall be showing you how to make this beautiful hero and a blouse. And the measurements needed are my shoulder line, which is 16 inches. I'll be dividing it by 2. My armhole depth, which is 9 inches. My bust, my waistline, the hip, the length of my blouse. As we move on, you shall be seeing all the measurements, okay? And the material I'll be working with is this beautiful chiffon fabric. Altogether, I have 3.5 yards here. My length is 60 inches, and then I'll be reducing it by 10 inches for my hero, altogether making a 50 inches. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, let's dive in. So guys, as you can see on my table, I've placed my pattern paper on fold. If you know me very well, I like placing all my measurements on pattern paper, then I transfer it on my fabric. With this, you'll be able to see all the lines and all the markings, because sometimes the fabric might not bring out the measurement very well. Okay, so I place my pattern paper on fold with the biggest part of my body. The bust line, which is the bust point, down to the hip line is my apex to apex, which is normally called nipple to nipple. My apex to apex is 9 inches. Then I divided it by 2, making a 4.5. Then I added half an inch to it. That makes it 5 inches. Then from this armhole depth, I'll be taking the center part of my armhole depth, which is 9 divided by 2 is equal to 4.5. Then I'll place 4.5 here. Then from where the 4.5 is, I will be coming in by half an inch. Originally, you do come in by 3/4, but for this tutorial, I'll be coming in by half an inch. Then from the chest line, I will place my 1/4 of my bust circumference. My bust circumference is 48 inches divided by 4. That makes it 12 inches. Then I'll be adding half an inch to it for ease under the armhole, making 12.5. Then I'll go ahead and add 1 inch to the blouse because I want it free. It's a free blouse, okay, making a 13.5. So from the bust line, I will place whatever I have on my chest line. I'll place it here, okay, because the dart will not be extending to the bust line, okay. So I'll place 13.5 inches here. And from this dart line, which is the nipple to nipple line, I will be coming down from this bust line. I'll be coming down by 1 inch. You can as well make it a half an inch. It depends on how curvy you are. So I'll be coming down by 1 inch. Then from this waistline, I'll be taking the dart width, okay, and that will be half an inch on both sides. Half an inch on this side, half an inch on this side. Then on my hip line, I'll be coming up by 2 inches because this is a front piece of the blouse, okay? As you can see here, 2 inches. But for the back piece of the blouse, I'll be going up by 1 inch. So this only take effect on the fabric when you're about to take the dart, okay? Always consider this part, okay? So this one is for the front and this one is for the back. Remember to place, this is the folded center. Remember to place your fabric on fold. Then I will connect this part to this part, this point to this point. Then I will repeat same on the other side. Then from my waistline, I will place my waist circumference. The 1/4 of my waist is 11 inches. Okay, 11 inches. Then I will be joining it with 1 inch, which is for the darts, then making a 12 inches. Then I'll be adding 1 inch for his for the blouse, making a 13 inches from this folded edge. Then from my hip line, I'll be taking my hip 1/4 of my hip circumference, which is a 13 inches. Then I'll go ahead and add 1 inch to it because the dart will not be extending to this part. As you can see, this is where the dart ends. So I'll go ahead and add 1 inch for his to it, making a 14 inches. Now for the armhole depth, I'll be connecting this 13.5 I have here for my chest line. Then I'll connect it to this part, then this part to this shoulder slope. And for the back armhole, I will just take it from this part and connect it to this part. So I have the 2 armholes ready now. This is for the front and this is for the back. So from this neckline, I'll be taking from this shoulder line, I'll be taking my neck line. So my neck width, as already seen, is a 3.5. Then I want the neck depth to be 3 inches. Then I'll go ahead and connect it together. Then for the back neck depth, I'll be coming down by 1 inch, which is standard. Then I'll go ahead and give it a curve. Then at the upper part of the shoulder line, I'll be adding 1/2 inch to it for joining. I'll go ahead and connect all the dots together. Then from this M line, I'll be going up by 1.5 inches. From this M line, I'll be going up by 1.5 inches just to give it a curve. Then I'll go ahead and add a 1 inch allowance to the same side. That's it now. Our blouse is ready. So I'll proceed now and cut it. But while cutting it, I'll cut the back first. I'll cut this part off. Then I'll cut the armhole for the back first. After that, I'll place it on my fabric, cut it out. Then later, I'll trim it off and cut the front piece of the blouse. Okay. So after cutting it, this is how it's going to look. And I've placed the pattern paper on my fabric now. So I want to cut it out. Okay. You might be wondering, where's my zip line? No, I don't want to add zip to it because it's a free blouse. I will just add a button to the back. Okay. I will go down by 5 inches. I will slit it open. When I'm done, I'll fold it in like this on both sides. Then I will apply my buttonhole here. I've placed the front piece of the blouse now, so I want to go ahead and cut it. So for the dart, if you are finding it difficult to take on your fabric, it's very simple, especially this particular type of dart. Okay, so after taking it like this, then you go ahead. If you want to stitch it up on your machine, remember to put this part in, because this is where the shape will be coming in from the waistline. So remember, we have half an inch on both sides. Then you take it together like this, from the wrong side of your fabric, assuming this is our stitch now, this is our machine now. So you take it, from where we came down with by 1 inch, that's where you start stitching it up. Then I'll go ahead now and take the wrapper. Like I said during the introductory part, the wrapper is a 50 inches length. The total yards of the wrapper now, I think it's a 3. Let's take it together. A yard is a 36. This 1 yard, 2 yards. Let's say 2.5 yards altogether for the wrapper. I will go ahead and hem it in with 1 inch. Just hem it in with 1 inch, and the down part 1 inch, upper part 1 inch. So both sides 1 inch. For the neckline, I will tighten it up with bias binding, but for the down part, which is the hemline, I will tighten it up with a overlocking machine and hem it in with a 1/2 inch. For the sleeve, so I will go ahead now and join the blouse together, shoulder to shoulder, then hem up the iro. Non-Yoruba speaking fans, iro is called a wrapper. Okay, a wrap you tie around your waist. All right, so I will do that straight away. So guys, this is the hand look of the blouse. This is the back. This is the button. What I did here was that I used cover button, and if you want me to do a tutorial on this, do let me know in the comment section. This is the front neckline, and this is the sleeve, flutter sleeve. A tutorial on this will be dropping soon. Do watch out as well. And this is the down part of the blouse. So beautiful. One thing about this blouse is that you can rock it on any other outfits like a trouser or skirts. Very, very beautiful. And this is the wrapper. So I'll go ahead now and put it on so that you will see the look on me. And I want to say thank you for watching to the end. Thank you so much. And I believe this video has been helpful. Don't forget to share it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up to encourage me. Like it, share it to your friends, okay? And if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do so by pressing the subscribe button. It is free of charge, okay? I will see you in my next video. I love you all. Bye.